Good morning. Thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles, the combined volume. This is the workbook for students, and the book is by the Foundation for A Course in Miracles. Thank you for joining with me for the meditation for the lesson of the day. Let us prepare for meditation. Sit with your back supported, head and neck free. Close your eyes. Start with a 2x breath in through the nose for a count of 2. Out through the mouth for a count of 4. Repeat this 2 more times, and then we'll move into a 3x breath in through the nose for a count of 3, out through the mouth for a count of 6. And do that 3 times, and then move into a 4x breath in through the nose for a count of 4, out through the mouth for a count of 8. As you're breathing in, envision the breath coming up through the base of your spine, all the way up your back and out the top of your head as you exhale. Envision a pure, pure, pure light, as pure as you can imagine, in the center of your mind, expanding throughout your body. This is lesson 200. There is no peace except the peace of God. Seek ye no further. You will not find peace except the peace of God. Accept this fact and save yourself the agony of yet more bitter disappointments, bleak despair, and sense of icy hopelessness and doubt. Seek you no further. There is nothing else for you to find except the peace of God. There is no peace except the peace of God. Come home. Freedom is given you where you beheld but chains and iron doors. There is no peace except the peace of God. Peace is the bridge that everyone will cross to leave this world behind. But peace begins within the world perceived as different and leading from this fresh perception to the gate of heaven and way beyond. Peace is the answer to conflicting goals, to senseless journeys, frantic, vain pursuits, and meaningless endeavors. Now is the way easy, sloping gently toward the bridge where freedom lies within the peace of God. There is no peace except the peace of God, and I am glad and thankful it is so. There is no peace except the peace of God. This is the last full lesson in Part 1, a wonderful culmination of our previous discussions, in centering on the theme of seeking and finding, and even in some of its phrasing. This lesson reflects seek not outside yourself, which is in the text chapter 29, section 7. Jesus helps us recognize that we are never really successful in seeking for happiness and freedom from pain in the world. Whatever pleasure and peace we seem to attain is short-lived, for true happiness comes only from remembering who we are as children of love. Yet, if the body is a limitation on love, and the world was made as an attack on love, it is impossible to find the love we seek here. Since we have been seeking in the wrong place, and as a result never finding what we want, we live in a constant state of hopeless despair. And I will tell you that was my experience personally. Real hope that offered by A Course in Miracles lies in going back to the problem and solution in our minds. If we seek for the solution where it is, we will certainly find it. This message, then, is the burden of the lesson. There is no peace except the peace of God. And my goodness, I sought for it everywhere. This was absolutely my experience. And it even took me a while after after A Course in Miracles found me. And that's exactly what happened. A Course in Miracles found me. I did not find it. It kept showing up in my life until even the book was given to me after I was familiar with it. So there is no peace except the peace of God, and I am glad and thankful it is so. The key is to be glad and thankful this world will never give us what we want. Our egos are ungrateful this is so, for they do want us to see that the world fails to satisfy our needs. True gratitude, however, comes in realizing, thank God I was wrong, for now I find the peace for which I always yearned. It will not be found here, but I gratefully know it is in my mind, along with Jesus and my brothers. And then, in the blessed silence of God's peace, our words are still, for our one heart sings its silent song of gratitude, as in Helen's poem, The Peace of God. And this is from the Gifts of God, page 94. Silence and nothing more. There is no sound and nothing to be seen. No fingers still grasp at the world. All prayers have been forgot, for there is nothing now that can be asked. The voice for God no longer speaks. There is no need remaining. There was once a time, now unremembered, when there was a world. A word is spoken, and the world is done. And so it is. I thank you so much for joining with me, and tomorrow we will start our next review, Review 6, and I will see you then. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Thank you for joining with me.